Hey, it's Yasmin Tanras here with FabTV. We are on set of the award-winning show Brooklyn 99, celebrating the fact that the 6th season is coming back on the 10th of January. So look out for it, because we're going to be talking to Dan Gore and the entire cast today, celebrating it with some amazing pancakes that they provided us this morning. Check it all out on FabTV.com. Hey, so we're joined here by Andre and Stephanie, who are part of Brooklyn 99. A lot to talk about here in the upcoming season. How did it feel initially, though, when you found out Fox was no longer going to produce the show?
Andre, why don't you share your story? It's quite good.
I was asleep. So we had a show when I went to bed, and we had a show when I woke up. So unfortunately, we had switched networks, but I feel like as though we're in a good place. NBC has been very welcoming. They're a home for us. There are plenty of other comedies that surround us. So I feel as though we'll be well taken care of at NBC, and Fox is going through a transition that wouldn't have served our show anyway. So we're very fortunate.
And then practically within 31 hours, you found out, oh, NBC is going to air it. How did that feel?
I got a text message that said, check your email, from Andy. And then I opened an email and it said NBC had decided to pick up the show, and it just felt like I imagine what it feels like to come back to life or something, you know? Like, it felt like this big thing that had been a part of my life was now over. And so I had mentally started to process what that meant and what that meant for the future. And like, I had started to compartmentalize and be like, well, deal with your feelings in a little bit, like think about your future and how you're going to handle what comes next. And then suddenly I had a job again, and it was this job that I really loved. So it was very joyful to find out that NBC was picking up our show, because they believe in the world that we've created. And it's really, really, really exciting to be back for a 6th season. It feels like a huge gift, and I don't feel like I'm going to squander any of it.
In the past season, you've touched upon some heavy topics such as coming out, like the LGBTQ community, which has been really great for a lot of fans out there. And what kind of topics can we expect in this upcoming season that really touch upon society, social change, and culture? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, this season in particular is a little different just because it's a shorter season. It's 18 episodes. There are also 3 members of the cast that are going to be directing episodes this season. Myself, Melissa Fumero, and Jola Trujillo. And I was lucky enough to direct the episode that sort of deals with the subject of Me Too. And so we'll watch some of our characters sort of try to explore that issue and its sort of social implications and how they themselves have been affected by Me Too. Meaning, like, the stuff that almost every woman that you know has dealt with. And that sounds like a very general statement, but I bet you almost every woman listening to this would think of a specific instance in her own life. And I think what our show does really well is we are able to toe this very tricky line between sort of, I guess, like social commentary or social issue exploration and comedy, which is like a really weird place to live, but I think that we do it really well.
I agree. I think when you're in people's living rooms and they're very comfortable with you, this show has an opportunity to broach issues that you couldn't do, and you couldn't do well with a very special episode of kind of episode. So Dan and the entire writing crew has been very smart and very sensitive to how to maintain the funny while still touching on those things that are important, that figure in all of our lives,
yes,
you know, from both sides, because
well put.
There's a lesson, I think, in the episode that is there for both men and women. And so it's a well done episode. My congratulations to the director of that episode.
Thank you.
I think people will really like it.